Welcome to the Coach Jake Ganus Show, brought to you today by Moody Auto Service. I'm your host, David Simpson. Coach, congratulations on win number 7.
Yes, sir. Thank
4-0 in the region. Big win last night, 60-0. Let's talk about the game a little bit. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought we played really well. It was the first kind of complete game I think we played as a team, offense, defense, and special teams. I thought all three phases did really well, obviously getting the shutout, scoring the most points that we scored, and then special teams were perfect on PAT and kickoff and had a kickoff return for a touchdown. And then we also had another kickoff return. We got to the one and unfortunately fumbled. But I thought overall, man, special teams was great, and really proud of the guys. That was a game. It was a short week. Got some big games, coming down the schedule, and it would have been easy for our guys to, not play to our standard, maybe play not really concerned and, not as focused. But, man, we were locked in. We had a great week, and it shows a lot about our seniors and our maturity and kind of where we're headed as a program.
Defense set the tone early. Get the ball. Real quick, we're up 7-0, and then it's like before you know it, it's 14-0. Offensively, you showed a lot of different things. Blaine Burke, 98-yard touchdown run. Was it focused to run Blaine more tonight, more of the run game, or more just mix it up a little bit?
Well, I think it was a mix it up. I think they did a good job. They gave us some different looks, some things we hadn't really seen in the box, and but our guys did a really good job. Just trusting their rules and doing their assignment. And I think you saw what Blaine's capable of. 4 carries, maybe 178,
44.5 average
on 4 carries. So he's phenomenal, and if he gets a little space, he's going to crease it. And so the emphasis wasn't necessarily to get him as many. Obviously, he had 4 carries, so we didn't get him a lot of touches. But I thought we did a good job of taking what the defense gives us and being smart. We're backed up right there on that long run, and we're just trying to get it out. And we called a safe run. We're able to block it up, increase it, and go 98. But overall, I thought the offense, man, they executed really, really well, and been kind of waiting on that one, for them. Almost 600 yards of offense, which is, I said it after the game, it's tough to do.
589.
Yeah, it's tough to do on air. So, I was really proud of them, and I think we're headed the right way at the right time. So it's exciting.
On your running back position, Jacob Hadaway at running back, is that something that you've been planning all year, or you just said, hey, this kid can play running back?
Yeah, so he would have been playing running back from Pale City on if he didn't have a big old club on his hand. We had been working with running back all summer, spring, and he does a really good job carrying the ball. He's physical. He runs behind his pads. He follows his blockers, and that's something that we've been wanting to do. Last week, the game plan was more of keep Blaine in the backfield, do some things with him versus Springville. And then I think this week we felt like, okay, we can use Jacob and get Blaine out at receiver and do some other stuff. But he's a, receiver, H-back, running back. He does it all for us, and really proud of him. I know he had a good night as well.
He had a good night. Talk about special teams again. Last week against Springville, special teams was not up to the Moody standard. Yep. What did you do during the week to work with Junior and the special team players to get that corrected?
Yeah, just yelled at them. No, I'm just kidding. But we spent a lot of time on it. That's why I was so frustrated after Springville, because we've been great on teams all year. Yeah. I thought we've been very, very clean. Gave up the one kickoff return to Pell City there in the second quarter. But besides that, our punt team has been phenomenal. Our punt return team has been great with the catchable punts. We don't get a lot of those, so I think we do a really good job blocking that up. And then kickoff return's been the big bright spot this year. Last year our longest return was Davion had a 22-yarder versus Arab maybe, nothing big. And this year we've scored twice and had multiple returns to the other side of the field. And our guys take pride in it. That's the thing. Our frontline guys and our backline guys, they take pride in being out there. And obviously kickoff coverage has been great. Junior has kicked the ball, more touchbacks. Coach Wiley thinks in the history, we hadn't charted probably for the last 20 years, but he thinks this is by far the most touchbacks we've ever had at Moody. And so doing some really good things. We spent a lot of time on it because it's important and it matters to us. And so we just back to the drawing board, worked on it, did clean some stuff up, had a great meeting on it this past week. And then, we're just going to continue to grow that and improve that, because that's something that can win you a ball game down the road.
Oh, yeah.
So
you're up 51-0 at halftime. I was going to ask you a question. When you come out, starters are still in. When do you and your staff decide, okay, let's pull back and start putting in the reserves?
Yeah, so typically I don't like to shut down anybody at half except Blaine. We shut down Cam and Meat inside, Gavin and Zane. You got some guys that are, either they're not necessarily older, but they got a lot of wear and tear in terms of, that Cam and Meat just played the triple option for 50 plays, and that was a physical game. And then Gavin and Zane as well. And it also gives guys behind them more chances to play. And then Blaine, had four touches, 178 yards, so we shut him down. And then after that, we said, okay, we come out here, we're going first series, we're going these guys right here, and then we're making these 3 subs for the second series. Then after that, we're making these 5 subs. So we kind of sit down in our staff room right there, and we just start kind of Xing guys out per series. We had no intent, and we didn't. I think we scored 9 points in the second half, so we didn't try to go break the scoreboard or anything. We just tried to get our guys reps, and to me it's important to kind of train your body to come out of halftime ready to play. And that's something that's the reason why I think if we start back with mostly starters, and then we kind of work it down from there.
Okay. Your defense, good as advertised, as I said all year. They got that shutout, first time shutout this year, and you got a lot of depth. Thoughts on the defensive play? I mean, there's lights out.
They've been playing shutout-worthy defense all year.
Yeah.
I've been so proud of them. They've carried us a lot, kept us in the Bishop game and did some really good stuff the entire season. But we are deep over there. We've had some injuries. Unfortunately, that's where the bugs kind of hit us. And we're starting to get healthier. You're seeing it now. Some guys coming back like Chase and all that. And Willett came back last night. He's been out since the second week of fall camp. No one's even seen Josh Willett plays defensive line for us, so that was his first game back. And we just do a really good job of practice of keeping those guys fresh and subbing. And I think especially up front, we got 7 guys that play in those 3 or 4 spots. And when they're able to rotate and stay fresh, you're able to see them be more productive versus going out there and playing 50 plays, being tired, not giving it everything they got because they're trying to save for the end. Instead, now these guys know, hey, I got 20, 25 plays tops. I got to go give it everything I got. So we're kind of getting that way in the back end now. Linebacker, we do have a good rotation going on, and we got to play Lou Bearden, who's a senior, and Des Mobley, who's a sophomore, a lot. Got to get them some valuable reps last night, which is great. And so just really proud of the defense overall.
Well, it was a great win for you, Coach, and congratulations on the shutout and a big region win.
Yep.
We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Caden Smith and Charlie Kitts, and then we'll get back with Coach Ganus and talk about the upcoming game with Leeds. You're watching the Coach Jake Ganus Show, sponsored today by Moody Auto Service on the 411 Network.
With our summer smoothies and poolside quesadillas. Want to know why it's hard to stop a train? It's how we've invented products that reinvented our world. It's how we test as hard as the elements do. It's how we run.
Welcome back to the Coach Jake Ganus Show, sponsored today by Moody Auto Service. Joining me now is senior defensive end Charlie Kitts and junior offensive lineman Caden Smith. Guys, welcome to the show. Charlie, big game, big win against St. Clair County. Thoughts about the game?
Man, I think we played pretty decent, but I feel like we need to correct some things and just now back to the drawing board.
Yeah. So, big rotation. So do you know when you're going in, like you say, okay, these guys are going in for 2 plays, I got the next 2 plays? Or how do y'all do the substitution? Or is it like, hey, Charlie, go in?
Man, that's all thanks to Coach Gaines. He does it all for us.
Does he?
Yes, sir.
Big game Friday night against crosstown rival Leeds, Battle of the Bridge. Like Coach Gaines said, don't want to make it bigger than it already is. Thoughts about Leeds game?
Man, it's just another game on the schedule. That's all it is. You
know anybody over there? Any players?
No, not really.
Okay, well, We're hoping for a good game, a healthy game for you, and congratulations on the game against St. Clair County. I want to ask you a couple of off-topic questions. Who's your favorite professional athlete?
Man, I'd probably say Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan, that's a good choice. Favorite professional sports team?
At the moment, Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys. You have a favorite TV show?
Probably like Outer Banks.
Outer Banks.
Yeah.
You got a favorite movie?
Home.
Home. Never seen that movie.
It's a good one.
Have you ever seen any John Wick or Equalizer?
No, man.
Well, you're missing out. That's some good movies. Favorite food?
Oh, I love me some chicken Alfredo.
What about your favorite music?
I'm into like Biggie Smalls.
So favorite, is that your musical artist as well?
Yeah.
So you're a senior.
Yes, sir.
Have you had any colleges look at you, reach out to you? Any?
Man, I've been admitted to JSU, and that's where I want to. That's where I want to pursue my career abilities. I want to either become a businessman or like a state trooper. I'm thinking of those two.
So in 10 years, when you come back for your 10-year reunion, what do you want to be?
Man, I mean, I want to be successful, and I want to be making that money.
Good answer. Well, Charlie, thank you for joining us today. Congratulations on that win against St. Clair. We're looking forward to the game against Leeds. Cade Smith,
Yes, sir.
offensive lineman.
Yes, sir.
So thoughts about the game against St. Clair?
I thought we did pretty well as a unit. There's obviously a lot of stuff we got to fix, technique-wise, but I thought we played well overall.
So offensively, you had like 570-something or 89 yards total offense.
Sure.
When Blaine broke that 98-yard run, how'd that make y'all feel?
It felt great, especially being backed up on the 2-yard line, I think it was.
Did you run all the way down to the end?
I had to. I'm on extra point. I had to.
Oh, okay.
But I was just excited that we broke it, especially being that backed up.
How do you like playing for Coach Slade, being played at Auburn and also played for the Houston Texans and New York Giants?
It's awesome, especially getting our technique from him because it helps us a lot, especially knowing since he was in the league, he had NFL coaching, which he has brought back to us.
Is he hard on you guys?
No, sir. He's actually one of the few coaches that doesn't yell at us.
Very unusual, right?
Yes, sir.
So big game Friday night against Leeds. Don't want to make it bigger than what it already is. Did you know any players on the other side?
Yes, sir, I do.
Have you going to talk to them this week, any, or you're not going to do that?
Not this week.
So thoughts about Leeds? Have you able to see any film on them?
Not really. No, we haven't. They haven't shared any with us.
Well, I mean,
I haven't been looking.
You kind of already know what they are. Well, good luck to you Friday night, and congratulations on the win. We're going to ask you a couple of off-topic.
Yes, sir.
Favorite professional athlete?
In football, I'll probably say Trent Williams at the moment.
Favorite professional sports team?
Probably the Cowboys.
The Cowboys. Do you have a favorite TV show?
I say Impractical Jokers. I love that show.
Would you like to do that show on your coaching staff?
Yeah.
Favorite movie?
Gladiator.
Gladiator. That's a good one. Favorite food?
Probably my mom's spaghetti.
Ah,
It's the best
can't go
thing she
wrong with
cooks.
that, especially when Mama's cooking. Favorite music to listen to?
Probably country music.
Favorite country artist?
Zach Bryan.
Zach Bryan.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever had any colleges yet reaching out to you?
No, sir, not yet.
Do you have any film? You're saving some film to put out there?
Yes, sir. I've already created some highlights.
That's great. Well, guys, congratulations on the big win. Another big region win, setting it up for a big matchup Friday night at Leeds. Appreciate your time, and good luck again Friday night against Leeds. With this time, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk to Coach Jake Ganus about the Leeds matchup. You're watching the Coach Jake Ganus Show on the 411 Network, sponsored today by Moody Auto Service.
Play hard, play to win. But when sports injuries occur, you can rely on Encore. Our professional team treats all types of sports-related injuries for athletes of all ages. Our licensed therapists work closely with the patient, your family, and physician to get you back into action quickly and safely. At Encore, we love to see you move. Log on to EncoreRehab.com for a location near you.
What? How is that a flag?
He landed on him after the sack. That's roughing the passer.
What if he hit him high?
Roughing the passer.
And low?
Roughing the passer.
Well, what if he tramples him and then he's like, oh no, and he tries to go back and he tramples him some more and he's like, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
Welcome back to the Coach Jake Ganus Show, sponsored today by Moody Auto Service, a proud supporter of Moody Blue Devil football. Well, Coach, big game this week, Battle of the Bridge. A lot of people from Moody are old Leeds people. Thoughts on the game coming up?
Yeah, we're excited. I think games like these, they can get blown out of proportion, especially for my kids, because we've got to not just preach it, but we got to be about it. It's the next game. It's important because it's the next one. And if we make it bigger than it is, then it never goes in your favor when you do that. And so if we go out there and we have a great week of practice and execute, we'll have a chance. They're a great football team. They're well coached. Coach Hood and his staff do a phenomenal job of getting those guys ready to play every week. They're big up front. They got speed everywhere, got a really, really talented quarterback. So we're going to have our hands full, but, all we can do is just take it day by day and just focus on today, tomorrow, and the next day in terms of just practice, film, preparation, and just see what we can do.
How is it getting in the kids' head? I don't know if they go to social media or go to Alabama High School history site and look at the history of the series. How do you do the mental game for this week?
Yeah, I don't think our kids care about that much.
Okay.
I think if I ask my kids, what's the record? I know it because I study that website like it, religiously. But I don't think they really care about that. I think this team is different. I think this group of seniors is that group that's finally coming through here and saying, man, it don't really matter what logo's on their helmet, what color their jersey is. We're just going to go play to our standard, and we've been preaching that enough that it's got to be embedded in us at this point. Like, we can't worry about it. It just doesn't matter. They're a great football team. We've played great football teams, and so we just got to focus on us and prepare and trust in ourselves, and don't play out of ourselves. Play within ourselves and do what we're supposed to do, and I think we'll have a shot.
I know the fans, it's more of this game is fans build it up, big as it is. So you try to keep the fan, and I'm a fan. I try to keep it, calm as well. Hopefully we have a good turnout Friday night at Leeds. But going back to their defense, they have two tremendous defensive ends.
Mm-hmm.
How do you scheme to take care of those two defensive ends, if you can touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, they're phenomenal. Kavion Henderson, Chris Burge, man, they do a great job. But, they've got two inside guys that are, in my opinion, every bit as valuable on their D-line. So they've got four guys. Yeah. They rotate about six, but, man, they got four guys that are big-time D-linemen, do a great job. And so that enables them to play kind of softer shell coverages because they're so good up front. They don't need to just load the box to stop the run. They typically can stop the run with their, one or two linebackers and their 4 D linemen. So, the key is just obviously blocking them,
Right.
It's harder said than done. We'll find ways to – run around them, run inside of them, run outside of them. We just got to do what we can do, see where we can find success offensively. But I feel like our staff's going to have a good game plan and our kids will be ready. And then Friday night, we just got to go out there and play.
Connor Nelson, good athlete.
Yes.
He's can throw the ball, but he also can hurt you running the ball.
Yeah.
Can you touch on him a little bit?
Yeah, anytime you run the quarterback like they do, you're adding a hat in the box. So it makes it really hard to kind of get those even numbers because you've got to honor the running back and the quarterback now in terms of just who's fitting where and what gaps. And so they create a lot of they get numbers on you real fast. They run a lot of counter, power, jet sweep, reverse, stuff to get their speed on the outside and then hit you inside. So we've got to do a great job of taking on blockers and being physical. I think if our defense can be extremely physical, especially up front, and try to take as many blockers as you can and let our backers run free, I think, it should help us slow him down. But, man, he's a great athlete and he does a great job.
All right, Coach. Well, appreciate your time today. Again, this Friday night at Homer Smiles Field at Leeds, kickoff is at 7 p.m. You can purchase your ticket on the GoFan app or buy your ticket at the gate. We need a big crowd to support the Blue Devils. So the Blue Devil Nation, 411 Nation, we need you to show up in full force Friday night. 411 Network will start broadcasting about 6 p.m. with a replay of the Coach Jake Ganus Show, and we'll go broadcast with the pregame show around 6:30. Thank you again for watching the Coach Jake Ganus Show, sponsored today by Moody Auto Service.